Hi, everybody. Dan DeFedericis of Saratoga Report, and I am here with Michael Kujan, Dr. Michael Kujan, a new teacher at Saratoga Central Catholic, Spa Catholic to some of you. Dr. Kujan, welcome to Saratoga Report, and thank you for joining us today.
Absolutely. It's wonderful to join with you today, Dan.
Excellent. And you're going to be teaching the students in, I believe, both the middle and high school theology/religion. That's correct, right?
So I'm going to be working with a couple other staff members. I'll be focusing on grades 10 through 12, but Kate Sherwin and Pat Douglas will be rounding out our religion and theology teachers on staff together.
Okay, terrific. And you're new to Saratoga Central Catholic, but you're certainly not new to Catholic education and Catholic schools, correct?
No, I certainly started myself going to Catholic school in middle school at Holy Spirit in East Greenbush, and then I went to Catholic Central High School in Troy at the time and got a real appreciation for what value Catholic schools have. And I went on to study theology at Franciscan University of Steubenville, and then Catholic University of America, got my PhD in theology, and came back to the diocese 2018 to start teaching. And I started working first with Chris Signor as my principal at Catholic Central at the time, and continued teaching in the diocese. And now I'm coming back up to work with Chris again at Saratoga. And it's a wonderful opportunity to give back to this community that formed me.
That's great. As I told you off camera, my daughter goes to one goes to St. Clement's, the other goes to Saratoga Central Catholic, and so I'm a believer in the Catholic education, and I want to talk about that for a second because there was a time when we had to kind of give that a consideration. Saratoga and some of the outlying districts, all the outlying districts, I guess perhaps, are good school districts. We're paying taxes there, so you have to make both an education decision and a financial decision. And if you had a friend that reached out to you and said, Michael, our kid is going into sixth grade next year. We're trying to figure out what to do. We live in a great district. I pay thousands in school taxes, but there's something there. There's something I keep hearing good things about Spa Catholic. And I wanted to get your advice on what added value are we getting to pay tuition. What reason would we want to do that? What would you tell that friend that gave you a call?
Yeah, absolutely. So I would definitely say that, it's a great opportunity having a school environment that has a sense of mission and purpose to care for each and every person who walks through those doors, to help develop them to the person they're meant to be. And certainly from a standpoint of not just developing their academic skills and getting good grades, but becoming the person that God made them to be, and to feel a place in community that they can grow, not just academically, but spiritually, physically, emotionally, and feel as though they are made for a purpose that they can take with them for their whole lives. And certainly all that we do at our Catholic schools is meant to foster, develop, and grow the potential in every child.
That's great. And you've lived it both as a student and a teacher. So I assume you weren't homeschooled. You went to public education prior to your time in middle school?
That's right. Yeah, I started out in elementary, and then like my first day in sixth grade, I went to a public school. I felt so lost and intimidated. And basically after that first day, sixth grade, my mom found a local Catholic school in East Greenbush, Holy Spirit. And day two, basically, I started going there, and things really turned around for me. I really felt like I was more at home. I felt more supported and recognized, and I felt like I was given a little confidence boost when I didn't have much confidence before that. And I got to really get some good relationships with my teachers and the small class sizes I had. And so that was personally very important to me, to go to Catholic school and to explore some of my own values and how I can grow in various areas to give back and be a person meant for others.
I've spoken with a number of Saratoga Central Catholic teachers, and what a number of them have said to me with conviction and pride, I guess, is no student gets lost here. They don't get lost in the shuffle. We know about every student, and I love that about that. The the teachers in the higher grades know who my daughters are, even though they don't have them. It's that small of a school, but not too small. I think they're perfect size for what I need. I wanted to ask you, because you have so much, you've lived your adult life in Catholic education, and you're a good part of your childhood. Do you have one story or example or something that illustrates even more everything we've just been talking about?
Yeah, so the past several years, I've been a teacher of theology and religion. I've also been a campus minister, and I've been able to work with kids in a classroom setting, in retreats, service opportunities, and it's been really cool to see so many students over the years who are Catholic or not Catholic come to value this community that we have, to do things that are for the good of others in the community and helping them to discover what makes them who they are and to recognize the good qualities in them. So individual students that I've met with and helped to answer any questions they have about their faith, to talk with them about what they are looking forward to doing, certainly in their years with us, and then going forward to their next chapter. It's been really great to work with each of my students to learn what they are hoping for, so that we can help support that. And it's been a wonderful experience to build those relationships with students.
That's great. And folks, I'm going to tell you, I've spoken about Spot Catholic a number of times before. And you mentioned this earlier when we talked off camera, Michael, the student to teacher ratio, 9-to-1. And again, no kid gets lost. It's hard to with that kind of ratio. And folks, if you, not so much for this year, although I don't think they would refuse you. There are always some last minute students that register late, but I'm talking maybe more for the 27-28 school year. If you have a incoming sixth grader, then it's not limited to that, but that's generally what it is. That's you started as a sixth grader. My daughter started as a sixth grader. Folks, you can reach out to you can check out the website, ask for a tour and shadow visit, tour and or shadow visit for your child. And also you can contact through that email on the screens, SCC admissions at saratogacatolic.org. Dr. Kujan, thank you for joining us today. Did you have any last minute thoughts? Are you obviously when we talked off camera, you're excited? Puts a jump in your step. You've got new faces, new building, and so forth. Good for you. Do you have any last minute thoughts?
Yeah, well, I'm really excited to get to know this community all the better and to share what I can with them, and they can really teach me a lot about all that is going on good in here in this area, Saratoga, and all that I can help to support with every person there. So I'm really excited for what comes ahead here, and I hope we have a great school year.
Excellent. Thanks for joining us today.
Absolutely. Take care, Dan.
Take care.